Hi folks, my name is Johnny and I have a question for you. Has anybody ever asked you or told you about barley wine? A wine made from barley? Barley wine emerged on the scene in late 18th century England. It defines a relatively higher alcoholic beverage made from grain, mainly barley. When I say high alcohol, I mean like 10-12% alcohol by volume. You see, during that era, a completely new class of rich folks emerged on the scene, the international merchant class. They competed for power with the existing rich folks, the nobility. But the international merchant class, these hard-working, entrepreneurial, free market-loving people, grew out of the common people. When the nobility, the existing rich people, drank wine every day, the common peoples drank ale. You see, wine was very expensive at the time because you can only make wine once a year when your grapes are ripe. Ale, on the other hand, you can brew it every day. So that's why wine at the time was much more expensive than ale. At that particular time, some of the rich merchants started to brew an ale that could compete with and surpass the quality of the wines of the day. Thus, their new brew had to be as high in alcohol and certainly as flavorful. What these merchants really did was showing off against the nobility. Nobility that despised these nouveau riche folks. You know, some of these merchants, they dared to build their own castles and mansions. And even worse, some of these rich merchants, they bought the castles and the mansions of impoverished rich nobility. Hi, I'm Johnny, and together with my beautiful wife, Claudine, we founded the Global Beer Network in the US in 1994. Why do I tell you about barley wine? Because I want to present you one of the most beautiful, best examples of a barley wine, the Cuvee Du Chateau. Cuvée is a French word used in the wine industry to define a certain selection, a better quality of a certain wine. Chateau is French for castle. And who brews the Cuvée du Chateau? It is the world-famous Belgian brewery Van Honzenbroek, who owns a castle and calls themselves the Castle Brewery. Rightly so, because the Van Honzenbroek brewery, they got hold of the castle pretty much the same way that is 18th, 19th century merchants in England. They bought it from an impoverished noble family, to the consternation of many. But on the other hand, the Van Honzenbroek family, they rebuilt the castle, they refurbished it to its earlier splendor. The Cuvée du Chateau is 11% alcohol by volume strong. How does brewery Van Honzenbroek get so much flavor and aroma in its beer? First, it helps, of course, starting with 4 times the ingredients. But brewing is not a linear science. Oh no, the brewer can only start with the best malts and the highest quality hops, and the latter in even more abundant quantities. Second, thanks to the craftsmanship of the brewer at brewery Van Honzenbroek, the Cuvée du Chateau approaches the taste and flavor of a perfectly aged 10-year-old Kasteel Donker, the flagship of the brewery. And this is really remarkable. Let me taste one. Barman, thank you. Ooh, let me take a sip. Amazing. I discover first around caramel sweetness, but almost immediately it is offset by crisp bitterness that hangs in the mouth. I still taste this bitterness hanging around. Really, really nice. That exact moment when the sweetness is offset, turns into this bitterness, it reminds me of a beautiful old 10-year-old red port wine. How about that? So, my friends, enjoy your own castle moment. Enjoy Cuvée du Chateau. And remember, always drink living beer.